law, isn't it?
Yes, Senator.
You remember Lisa Page and Peter Strzok, don't you?
Yes, Senator.
Mr. Strzok worked for the FBI. Mr. Strzok worked for the FBI. I think Ms. Page worked for Justice. The Inspector General found in its investigation that they hated President Trump and they really wanted Secretary Clinton to win. Is that true?
That's correct, sir.
And this would be the same same Ms. Page who sent an email to Mr. Strzok with whom she was having an affair. Trump's not ever going to become president, right? Right? And Mr. Strzok, with the FBI, senior official at the FBI replied, no, he won't. We'll stop it. Did I read that correctly?
You did, Senator.
Okay. Now, Ms. Page got quit before she could get fired. Mr. Strzok was fired. And predictably, they filed a lawsuit because in Washington, it's easier to divorce your spouse than it is to fire a federal employee. Why did the FBI give Mr. Strzok $1.2 million and Ms. Page $800,000 to settle a lawsuit?
Should have slapped the goddamn shit out of him.
Senator, I do not know that settlement was reached in the prior administration.
Who made the decision?
The prior Department of Justice.
Who in the prior Department of Justice?
The settlement for that kind of case can only come from the Attorney General, which would be Attorney General Merrick Garland.
So the Attorney General decided to give Mr. Strzok $1.2 million and Ms. Page $800,000 after they were fired after actively interfering in the 2016 election. Is that right?
My understanding is that was a settlement they agreed to.
Pass me the sick bucket, please. The Hunter Biden laptop. In October of 2016, shortly before the election, the New York Post wrote a story that was widely covered talking about Mr. Hunter Biden's influence peddling scheme based on his laptop. A couple of weeks later, Secretary of State, soon-to-be Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, organized a group of 51 so-called intelligence experts. Had some real rock stars on the list. Jim Clapper, John Brennan, Michael Hayden, Leon Panetta, and they said, oh, no, the story in the New York Post is not true. It's based on Russian disinformation. You remember that?
I do, Senator, as the lead investigator for Russiagate for the House Intel Committee.
Yeah. The FBI had the laptop for 10 months, hadn't they?
They did, Senator.
So the FBI knew right before the election that it wasn't Russian disinformation, didn't they?
And that was confirmed by the Inspector General's report.
Yeah. Who at the FBI refused to let the FBI tell the American people the truth?
I don't have that name in front of me, sir.
Well, would you look?
I will, sir.
I'd like to know. I'd like a name, not a division. I'd like the name. Person with a brain and a beating heart.
Yes, sir.
Did Jeffrey Epstein hang himself or did somebody kill him?
Senator, I believe he hung himself in a cell in the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Are you going to release all the information about that?
Senator, we are working through that right now with the Department of Justice.
When do you think you'll have it done, Cash?
I think in the near future, sir.
Like before I die?
Senator, we've been working on that, and we're doing it in a way that protects victims and also doesn't put out into the ether information that is irrelevant for production of the public, such as CSAM.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Sounds like an Elon Musk word.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Director. As you're well aware, Doge.
Jamie Foxx says he was poisoned by Diddy and he turned him into the FBI. And allegedly, he got poisoned by Diddy because he was in freak-off tapes, and the feds called him as a witness. And this is something that's been speculated about Jamie Foxx for quite some time, but now he's actually saying it out of his mouth. In Jamie Foxx's upcoming Netflix comedy special, he made a startling claim that Diddy was behind the stroke that he suffered a year ago. He went into detail about what happened before, during, and after his health scare, and then looked at the audience and said Diddy was responsible for my stroke. And what's crazy is there is a celebrity bodyguard that has been speaking about this for over a year, and he recently just did an interview right before this information dropped, speaking on it again, and he said the information was about to come out.
Well, I know he poisoned Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx reported him to the FBI because of it. I know that's a fact.
Wait, you're saying that Diddy poisoned Jamie Foxx, and that's how Jamie Foxx got sick?
Jamie Foxx reported this man to the FBI because of this.
Is there any idea why Diddy would want to poison Jamie Foxx?
You get called to testify. If you on camera and some of this footage, and you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself, it's ways in this industry people go about doing things. But by the time this drop, this is going to be in the stratosphere. It's going to be in the ether by the time this drop. You can probably look it up right now. But by the time this interview drop, this is going to be out in the ether for sure.
Now, this celebrity bodyguard went on to explain how they would use cyanide, and this is a highly toxic, fast-acting poison that can be lethal. And what I found really crazy is if it's not enough to be lethal, it can actually cause pneumonia because it leads to a decrease in oxygen utilization. We know that Kim Porter passed away from pneumonia. It can be exposed by being inhaled, ingested, or absorbed through the skin or other means. I'll Be Sure has spoke about how Diddy is the one that allegedly put him into his coma after speaking out that he thought that Kim Porter was unalived. And today, I'll Be Sure took to his Instagram and shared this post of him and Jamie Foxx. I'll Be Sure even took to Instagram again just recently when that book was sold on Amazon about Kim Porter, saying what happened to Kim Porter and what happened to him. He explained how Kim was taken from us too soon before she could complete her true thoughts on everything that she was going through with Diddy, and her disappearance of her computer and vital evidence raises significantly more questions. Kim Porter was getting ready to expose the reality of being abused, drugged, and trafficked, just like Cassie Ventura. He said that Kim was taken from us because she was set on course to accomplish what Miss Cassie Ventura did by igniting the bonfire, which brings us here today with the avalanche that brought Satan to their chambers. For over a decade and a half, I've been posting about and tagging random law enforcement agencies in hopes to protect loved ones, avoid deaths and tragedies that can have all been avoided. He said he has been ignored, ridiculed, and medically silenced to cover up the crimes that you are all now very aware of. He said the costly campaign to silence and physically harm me from exposing. It aimed to prevent me from further sharing public facts and insights that Kim Porter shared with me during our frequent and intimate conversations in her attempts to save my life by sharing frequent plans to do harm and possibly ending my life. Fortunately, I'm the only survivor by the blessing of a medical team that initially gave up on me because multiple system organ failure, septic shock, incubation, and being on a ventilator for 38 days, and it forced me to visit death's doorstep. But the God I serve and worship had another plan. Keep in mind that this is just the G-rated version of what I have endured for over a decade to silence me. I also kept forensic.
I feel like just because you're podcasting all the time, you talking all the time, people know every detail about your life.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you try to protect, keep private, that you want to tell us now?
Not much, dude. I've been hiding vapes in my yard from me.
Really?
From myself, yeah.
How do you hit your vape? From the back?
I mean, I'm not gonna say, yeah, on accident maybe one time or something, you know, or when I was driving, I wasn't paying attention. But no, I hit it from the front, dude, from the female end.
Stop.
You know? This is always the weirdest interview because you feel like nothing happened.
Well, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, I just wish I wore a different shirt. Yeah?
That shirt's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, it's getting better.
Well, let me ask you this. You ever reverse wink?
I guess so.
I feel like
Be careful. Oh my gosh. The makeup makes her look fake.
What?
Look at nail. Nail done.
Somebody needs to look into South Carolina's Attorney General Alan Wilson. That's what they need to do. It took him 15 minutes to sign off on a plea deal for a guy that was caught with over 1,000 photos of his children. Are you listening? His children being raped by animals, other adults, and so on. And it took him 15 minutes to sign off on a plea deal for this guy. Guess how long he got in jail? I'm gonna let you guess. 1 day for time served. He got 1 day for all of that. Now, if that ain't protecting pedophiles, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. Listen, somebody look into that.
Wow.
Look into it and look deep.
Wow.
Sorry? Do you know, were you aware that there were Doge employees coming into our treasury getting all of our personal information?
Well, ma'am, there is no such thing as a Doge employee. There were Treasury employees.
I tend to disagree with you based on the information I have. Has any information been downloaded by anyone working with Doge from any of Treasury's or CFPB's computers? Answer yes or no.
Not to my knowledge.
You better learn. Mr. Secretary, did all the individuals working with Doge who were given access to Treasuries and CFPB's computer databases receive all of the required clearances and security training before they were granted access?
Again, they were granted read-only access at Treasury. There were two.
So let me just say,
Doge employees.
please, you can't filibuster here. This is not the filibuster playground. And so what you did was you let these strangers into our treasury with access to all of the data, all of the personnel information, and you just opened the door. Why'd you do that?
No, ma'am. They were Treasury employees.
Oh, are you saying today in front of this committee that all of them were Treasury employees, that the 25-year-old who's being identified, who worked for Elon Musk, was allowed into the Treasury? Was that person there?
He was a Treasury employee, as was Tom Kraus, the senior person on the Doge team. There were only two people.
There were Doge employees also.
Sorry?
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Their sound, y'all. Says delivering them to the underworld. MCS up there. What is this? This is crazy. Some of the stuff. What is that? Midwest something. They had a phone number right there too. Did y'all write that down? I mean, why would it be missing children going in and out? Yeah, look at this. Well, this is deep. This is a long video right here, y'all. This is going on. So I'm gonna take y'all into the first subsection right here. This is as you see, we got a track on the ground. You know, we're gonna be building the vault door right there behind us. This is gonna be Fallout 121 right here. All right, 15 miles per hour speed limit right here. Don't pull up in here all crazy. As you can see, we got some parking over here on the right. We're gonna cut it right here to the left there. We're gonna pull back here on the south end. Yeah. Alright. So as usual, we're gonna go a couple spots down. I think it's aisle 15 or 19, might be 29 we're going to. I don't remember what we hauling down here today, but as you can tell, it's kind of evenly cut out and spaced. It's crazy. I wish I could get y'all a flip around of what it looks like down each one of these little tunnel things right here. What do y'all think's going on here? So we're gonna come on down. They deep down here, ain't they? They deep down here. Alright. Is that where he just turned? He just turned right there, man. We ain't going to the same one now. Come on now, we're gonna kick it on down right here. We're gonna turn right here, I think. Or we're gonna ride out. No. He's cutting it right. Doing big turn. Big turn. K-hole. Oh man, boy, what they got going on. Look at that. Oh, oh there's some more railroad track. We got all this going on down here. I'm just trying to get a biscuit. I'm trying to get a biscuit, that's all. Going on there. They got so much. I don't trust none of it. I wish this thing had some sound. I don't know what happened to the sound on this one. We're gonna bounce it forward a little bit. Damn, this place is big. He's still riding down here in this place. This is a 9-minute video right there, y'all.
The old relationship we had with the United States, based on deepening integration of our economies and tight security and military cooperation, is over. It's my solemn promise that when President Trump threatens us again, we will fight back. We will fight back with everything we have to get the best deal for Canada. We will build an independent future for our country, stronger than ever. The old
Alright, y'all. Hey, whisper about it. That was the lineup I had. I'm gonna get y'all some more out there. Y'all check out some of the other videos. The short, share some, comment some, like them, hit them up. You know what I mean? Send me some content too. Hey, whisper about it.